Hey, I'm Nick, and today I really, really want to focus on the importance of never listening to your excuses. Because when you have excuses, they are almost never true. You never, in your right mind, make up actual excuses to not do something, unless it's legitimate, like being injured or having an excuse to push something back because something urgent and actually proper important has randomly come up. Most of your time, your brain tricks you into wanting to do excuses and pushing hard work back to enjoy its day. You never really get excuses to stop scrolling on social media when you're scrolling on it and spending lots of time on it, but as soon as you sit down to do, say, homework or something, then you immediately get the excuse of, oh no, I'll push it back another 5 minutes because I've got this to do, I've got something else more important to do, or something else that you want to do more. That is why you're thinking about it. If something is occupying your headspace, it's not because you simply think it's more important, it's because you want to do it more. Now, that can be because it is more important, but a lot of the things that are important, like having balanced meals, aren't always at the top of people's minds, and so it's not always a thing that they want to do. But the thing is, people can know that it is a bad thing to follow the excuses that come into their head, but they still do it because it's easier. Your brain creates excuses because it wants to have an easier life, and following them does make it easier. It's easier to not try hard to escape a 9 to 5 job and be your own person and focus on yourself. It's so much easier to just focus on what other people say to you, go through the school system, get a certificate, go through a job, work under someone else who just tells you what to do. That's easy. Your brain likes doing that. It doesn't like having to go out and be independent and be free thinking. In general, your mind wants to be comfortable. But like I've mentioned before, tons of times, in order to be comfortable, you need to put hard work in so that you're set up for that. You cannot get the value of, you're not able to receive high value comfort if you don't first put high value work into it. But your brain doesn't understand that because its primal mode is to eat and sustain its nutrients. And then once it's got that, then it thinks, why not just have fun? The new age thinking is that you're going to need to work that extra step that your brain doesn't want to do, that you're going to have to build discipline for in order to really enjoy and have those comforts of life. So if I haven't made it obvious enough, you should never listen to your excuses. It should be on your mind that you should have no excuses. As soon as they come into your head, you recognize that's an excuse. Don't listen to it. As soon as you start thinking of, oh, it'd be a lot more easier if I was doing this in my bed than in my desk, and it would be easier if I was lying down, and all those things are making it easier and more comfortable. And then what happens next? Your brain makes excuses that it's going to be easier if you just have a sleep right now and just throw away all the work that you've been doing and not complete it at all. Never listen to your excuses. Focus on the actual objective. When you've gotten that done, and then when you've gotten all of your responsibilities done, all the habits that you've built up that you do for 100%, then you can relax a bit. Not dig into bad habits, but you can satiate that hunger for knowledge or hunger for random ideas that randomly pop up if you haven't already written them down and put them aside for later. But the key is to stay aware of them. You cannot just say to yourself that I'll never listen to any excuses without recognizing when they actually happen. You need to stay aware that if you're doing hard work, most likely you are going to experience a bout of not wanting to do it and to focus on something else that you kind of rationalize to be better, or you kind of rationalize that it's going to be productive. But a lot of the time, when you are being legitimately productive, and then another thought comes into your mind where you kind of have to question if it's productivity or not, that is going to be fake. Don't listen to it. That more than likely is just fake productivity speaking and your brain just wanting to be comfortable again. But in order to be comfortable, you need to put in the hard work first. You can't do it the other way around, or else you suffer in the long term. But hey, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. But if you're still interested in learning more about productivity tips or tricks, I'm now starting one-on-one coaching, which you can join using the first link in the description below. But until then, I'll see you later.